Testing the audio. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Am I coming through clearly? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I have literally never been so ill prepared for a stream. I just ran out of time today. Moin. Hello. We'll still be doing some fun time-lapse stuff. I've got some cool GoPro footage to review. But, yeah, usually I've got like a bunch of stuff planned. These glasses are dirty as hell. Bunch of stuff planned, bunch of things lined up. And I don't have too many things lined up, so I think maybe today can be different. Instead of spending hours and hours reviewing my own footage, maybe we can review some of the viewers' footage. Or maybe some of my old clips and edits and all that. But as per usual, hello and welcome to the one and only, the official Time Warp stream. I'm actually working on something really cool for a new intro video, which is coming soon. But, yeah, I was rendering that, and then I had to cancel the render because I was just running out of time to render it. My back, thank you, Vandeputte, for asking. I had a quick health update before we get into the clouds. So MRI scans came back. I have 2 herniated discs, but they are minimally whatever changed, so it's treatable without surgery, which is good. Still in a lot of pain. I'm sitting down right now. I'll stand up. I saw an osteopath yesterday who helped me greatly. I'm swimming again, although cautiously. And I did a Pilates class this morning at 8 a.m. And I had quite a lot of wine last night, till quite late playing Mario Kart with my brothers in Amsterdam and in Antwerp. So that 8 a.m. Pilates class for someone like myself, a freelancer who never gets up pre-10 a.m., that was brutal. Slightly hungover Pilates. Very fun. Anywho's, that's the back, I guess. That's a bit of the back update. It'll heal. I'm confident. I'm only 30... What am I, 31? I'm sure it's going to be fine. Anyways, let's talk time-lapse, shall we? First of all, as per usual, got an itchy nose, damn. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Always good to know. And great to see some familiar faces and names already. Hold on, let me pull my chat up properly. So, I am just going to source some footage, trying to figure out where I offloaded these GoPro clips. I got shot quite a bit on the GoPro this week. We had a couple of days where there was just no cloud. Like today's pretty much no cloud. Great clouds this morning. Didn't shoot them because I was doing the Pilates thing. And I was lying on the floor and like, oh, these would have been great for the stream later. But yeah, besides that, not much. Hamburg, Germany. Hey, Cornell, London, Anglesey, Prinonda. Afternoon. Tom, how are you, mate? Been a while, I think. Adelaide, Australia, India checking in, Germany. So good. All right, let's have a look at some GoPro clips, shall we? So as per usual, let's see if this comes through. As per usual, I've got my offload folder where I dump stuff. These have been organized, I think. What's that? Oh yeah, that's that sunset from the other day. I'd like to turn this into a time blend. Let me write that down on my to-do list. A time blend. But my app that I use for it keeps crashing. TLDF, Time-lapse Deflicker, this app that I gave away a bunch of streams ago. Gave away a couple of codes for that. But yeah, anytime I try to load in a sequence, it crashes. Not ideal. I'll probably have to reinstall it. Anyways, I'm just going to write down what we're going to try. Verdi to... in 3C JPEG, and that can be a blend. Cool. Anyways, let's look at some of this GoPro footage because we did have some absolutely lovely clouds. First of all, this is from last time, I think, but I just can't get over how good they are. They're literally like the little cloud here is kind of what these were last week. Very nice. Very good. I'm making a GoPro video about the Hero 9, Vandeputte, very relevant. I think the GoPro Hero 9 is the best camera GoPro's made. I'm a big fan, and I recommend everyone getting the 9. Even from the 8, it's a bit of a step up, I think, because this one has more megapixels when you're shooting stills. But the video I'm making about how to shoot time-lapse is like just my favorite settings. Not the best settings, not to get the highest quality, but just to get these kinds of results where it's a decent enough something to put on your Instagram or your Twitter or share it on a stream or something. My computer's lagging. I feel like, I don't know why it's lagging so much. I feel like I probably would sound a bit jumpy or look a bit jumpy. Hey Norway, how are you? Anyways, I'll make a video about those settings soon. Very relevant. Ooh, I did want to talk about this. I don't think I've shown this last time. Look at that halo. And it's the type of my computer's really struggling. It's a type of halo that might not be super clear. I guess in still, as a still, it doesn't really show. Like you would look at this as a photo and be like, oh, that looks cool. But the halo's not super apparent until you start scrolling. Then it becomes super apparent. So maybe we can try and edit this to make that halo stand out more with some like added contrast and saturation. We can try that. Extract halo from GoPro footage. We're making it live, but this is a live stream indeed. Halo through grade. And that's in Verdi 2 as well. What other time-lapse footage do I have? My back's already starting to kill me. Great. Great start. Moin moin. Berlin lapse in the Hazy. What clip is this? 9 seconds. What did I do here? Oh, it's the same one. Wait, is it? It's not. Wait, is it? I'm so confused. Is this the clip that I just played? Did I offload that twice? It is. Idiot. Close that. On to the next one. All these thumbnail files and like LRV files. What's an LRV file? I guess it's the low res. Did I just figure out what it is? Low res video? Is that what it would be? It's probably to play it back on the GoPro screen. Okay, so this absolutely fantastic conditions. So much weird stuff happening. If you saw my Instagram story this week, like I can talk about the coming clips probably for a full stream. But as you can see, if you look at the city and you compare it to like a previous day, right? Look at how clear that is. There's clarity. Look at the city here. It's hazy as hell. Everything's hazy. There's these crazy clouds on all levels, like low cloud, mid cloud, high cloud. This is pretty low here at the top right. And then that crazy haze, which meant we had rays like in the middle of the day. You see them shooting down here? So I just like, I think I was busy. I was doing something. I was like, let me just set the GoPro up. Look at the top left here, this cloud coming in and forming and just kind of disappearing again. Very strange. Look at all that. Actually, I haven't looked at these clips properly. I just had a little scroll through earlier in the week. Just great conditions. Very interesting. Add a bit of contrast to make this really pop. I kind of, fucking hell, I kind of wish I shot this on the better cameras and not just the GoPro, but it was a convenience thing. I just set it up and let it run for ages. Regarding the construction in front of our building, not sure. Might be a while, might be a month. Probably a while though. I'll say it'll probably take a few months. So our view might get blocked because they might put netting or whatever, like webbing in front of the thing as a safety thing. So we'll have no view in summer. Imagine that. That would just be the shittest. Look at these clouds disappearing. How grand. But we still have a shared rooftop on this building. Like this building's kind of like 2 mini towers, and the lower tower rooftop we have access to, with the top floors in this side of the building. So I can still shoot from there. I'm assuming they won't block that off completely. And look, if it all gets blocked off, I'll have to go shoot more on location, which is fine. I've turned into a bit of an agoraphobe. Not really though, I still enjoy getting out, but just like heading out with my gear in London and my bad back is not ideal. I did buy the little skateboard though, which is great. Look at these rays. Are they coming through? I hope so. I hope you can see that they look godly, one might say. What do you call them? That's what I put on my Instagram as well. Usually call them God rays, and I was like, well, they don't have much to do with it really. I'm not a religious person at all. Obviously, no disrespects if you are. But I believe the scientific name of these kind of rays are crepuscular rays when they shoot down or appear to be shooting down, and anti-crepuscular rays when they shoot up. Now just look at this sky. Like I could just pop that clip on YouTube and talk about it. Ooh, bit of bird action. God rays, yeah. Yeah, so this is the same day as those trippy clouds. I think they came later or before this clip, but it was so trippy. And the reason this is all moving slowly and much more slowly than usual is because I shot this on the GoPro in video time-lapse mode, where, you know, this, how long is this clip? Like 3.5 minutes, and it's only a couple, how big is it? Whoa. How big is it in file size? 4 gigabytes. So this is one of the clips. 4 gigabytes is the file size max that it splits the clips up. But yeah, just look at that turbulence kind of in the sky. These weird clouds moving in weird ways. Very unpredictable environment, scenery. I don't think I'll be streaming too long today, by the way. I might keep it nice and tight. But then I've often said that, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how we go. Anyways, I think after this, the clouds got trippy. It's just weird, like the directions as well. Like now this looks like it's moving backward all of a sudden, and these are all kind of staying static. I think after this clip it all got really, really weird and trippy. Very cool. No idea how these Oh, I should have shot this with the long lens. I didn't realize all this was happening. Just like remote, distant clouds through a bit of haze. Looks very nice. So that was 5913. This is 5914. This is where it gets trippy. Just catching up on the chat. I changed the camera angle for this, and these are the trippy clouds. Like I feel like I'm on drugs looking at it, because it's like, you know when you have like the illusions where it looks like stuff's moving in the corner of your eye? This is just some of the weirdest, literally some of the weirdest cloud behavior I've ever seen. This is so trippy. I want to add some contrast to that. I really wish I shot this on a better camera, but at least I got something, right? And like the GoPro did a fine enough job, but wow, that's trippy. Very cool. I love how there's like separation between clouds as well, like tops of trees in forests, where they like don't touch the crown, whatever it's called. Wow, very cool. Very, very happy. I think, yeah, the interval here was like 3 seconds maybe, because I saw all these weird looking clouds and I was like, let's just capture as much as possible. Again, because you're shooting video and I've got a 256 gigabyte card in there, I can get away with that. And then we get some color coming in. You can definitely see how much haze is around. Also, I'm looking through blue light blocking glasses, so it all looks a bit more golden houry than it really is. Hello, Switzerland. And then we get a little bit of color. Interesting still seeing this pack of clouds kind of move to the left and then these kind of move to the other way and still having that odd behavior. And then we'll see the sunset, I guess. Let's fast forward just a wee bit. Wow. Very cool. Very nice. A vague sun cruising behind that building there. And not too much color. Yeah, I think it kind of faded out. Like the color doesn't hit because there's just too much haze for it to shine, to peek through. And then the reason it went so dark is because I'm shooting not on night-lapse mode, but on time-lapse mode with my ISO min set to 100 and my ISO max set to 100 as well. So in time-lapse mode, it doesn't do long exposures. It only does that in night-lapse mode, which is something I might talk about in that upcoming video, for which I have the script. I wanted to film it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it yet. What is this one? Just nice clouds, really. And again, you can see the change in clarity. Although it was quite hazy looking at the bottom of these clouds here on the right. Yeah, 128 gigabytes is more than enough for most cameras, even for a Holy Grail sunset. Bit of lens flare here from the Hero 9. And this is shot on the linear field of view. Not narrow, not wide, not ultra wide. And you can only do this in time. Like if you want to shoot raw files to get the best quality, you can't shoot linear. You have to de-fisheye it, or whatever you call it. Very interesting cloud behavior. It's kind of what it looked like this morning. Very cool. Very cool. Don't we love clouds? I'm still working on my new merch. I know I only just launched this and this, but I've got an idea for people who don't necessarily want to have Time Warper on themselves. Just something that says, I like clouds, with a cute cloud. Like this one, for example, which was £8, by the way. Cheapest thing I've ever bought and best thing I've ever bought. Very cute. I just wish it could take rechargeable batteries, which it doesn't, sadly. Because it's an LED thing and they need certain characteristics that only non-rechargeable batteries have, which I didn't know when I bought it. It's very stupid. Actually, I haven't tested it with rechargeable batteries. Maybe I'll just try that. But then I might damage the batteries. But then, you know, fucking who cares? A lot of cloud coming in here. Damn. Also, on the GoPro, this is medium sharpness, by the way. Because if you go high sharpness, it's just a bit too sharp. Software for de-fisheyeing is... wait, is this the same clip as earlier? Feels like it is. 1.19. Oh, no, it's different. I used to have a plugin in After Effects, I think. I forget the name. But I'm sure if you just Google Hero 9 fisheye correction, whatever, you'll find some things. But I'm not up to speed. I think this was the day before the Trippy clouds. No, they're all on the 20th. Have we looked at this clip yet, or is this in between clips? Yeah, okay. So this is the follow-up to the first Hazy clip day, and that's when I saw all these rays going off, and I was like, I'm gonna change the angle of the camera. But yeah, just look at the motion in the sky. Look at how turbulent. I want to like point at the screen, but that doesn't help you guys, does it? Like here, you have like swirls and stuff. Just kind of turbulence. This, you can make really cool GIFs out of this and be like, look at how crazy the sky is. Interesting how the exposure went under a bit. Anyway, so yeah, right around here, I was like, ooh, it's going to go off on the right side. Like, not much action happening on the left here, behind my face right now on screen. And then, yeah, that's when I moved the camera to the other angle. And I'm glad I did. This is a shot at night. The reason I brought up the ISO min-max earlier is because, again, this was time-lapse mode, not night-lapse mode, which was what I usually shoot on. So it doesn't do long exposures. So this is the exposure that you get. You just get, like, building lights and a pretty bright crescent moon coming in. So sadly, there's not much to say about this shot. Also, I don't think there was many clouds. Oh, a bit of clouds because the moon went, but we'll never know what they look like. I wonder if we can up the exposure. Moon comes back here in the end. That's kind of cool. But yeah, should have shot that on night lapse mode, as you'll see in my upcoming video. I think surely there's going to be a sunrise at one point. Here we go. Play. Really not much happening here. There we go. Sun's coming up. Is there any cloud? Whoa. Oh, that looks green. As per usual, I don't know about the color accuracy of a screen capture that goes to OBS, that goes to YouTube. There's a lot of compression happening. But this just looks like the most boring sunrise. G'day, Norway. How's it going? Not much to say here, besides this random ass bird that gets in the shot. What else? Oh yeah, check out my backdrop. How cool is that? That was a still. I don't think I've got a time lapse from that sequence. No, sadly. And this was very, very short-lived, that color. This is the follow-up to that sunrise we just saw. Oh, actually quite interesting upper sky cloud. Upper cloud? Is this the day when it had like the trippy Alto Cirrus clouds or whatever they're called? Look at that trail of that plane. Leaves a bit of an impact. Just this one line kind of gets caught in a wind thing, upper atmosphere. I don't know how this works, but it gets wider and wider. Hello, Nico. From the Gold Coast, Mr. Laraco, Mr. Wildlife up in here. What's the time in the Goldie? Miss you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Do you use the QR code labs features to set up sunrise captures? No, like I made a video about it when it launched on the 8th, I think. Oh, look at these cute people here at the bottom on their little rooftop. I used the lab stuff when they launched it to make a video about it, and it kind of got a lot of views, which is also like half the reason I want to make more GoPro and like phone videos, because more people will search for it. Better growth for the channel so I can make more content. But the labs feature didn't work for me. No, sorry. The built-in scheduled capture didn't work for ages, and then they fixed it. You could do it with the QR code, the labs thing on the Hero 8, but that wasn't available yet on the Hero 9 when I was doing those. But yeah, the scheduled capture shooting is really convenient. It's how I shoot on the, on the Lumixes, or I use the LR time-lapse timer with a Canon, like I shot on the R6, to shoot sunrises, so I don't have to get out of bed. Why get out of bed unless I guess you want to see it with your own eyes. But why get out of bed if you can just have a machine do the work for you? So does the Hero 8 not have the built-in, I guess maybe they put that in the Hero 9. I think it's called scheduled capture, and it didn't work for ages, but they fixed it eventually. Hey, pretty clouds. It almost looks like a polarized sky. Let's let this play. Let's let these run in. So these extreme high altitude clouds, they're pretty cool. Then we have some low altitude little bubbly boys coming in. And then it gets heavier, and I guess the atmospheric conditions changed. Also got a new water bottle. A liter of water in a bottle. How nice. This could make a cool time blend, which I've been trying to do, but the app keeps crashing, so that's not good. But we can try it in After Effects. So nice, contrasty, punchy sky here. Not as hazy as you would expect. I really want to get a polarizer for the GoPro to make the clouds stand out even more. But yeah, just look at that almost parallax movement between the low clouds and those slower moving high clouds. But in reality, those high clouds are like boosting across because they're so high up. Actually, I have no idea how high up they are. But I think they're cirrus clouds, these wispy ones. Seeing your lab video made me think about potential for research, and I've mentioned it to a few ecologists thanks to you. It has potential applications for ecosystem monitoring. Yes! An actual impact on the planet and on research right after Earth Day. How bloody good. Thank you for letting me know. Fantastic. Also, something cool I want to point out. These clouds are all in rows. I don't know if you noticed that, but they're like a row here, a row here. We're in between two rows is what it looks like. Here's another row of like cloud, and they're all kind of like in little lines, like fat lines in the sky. How cool is that? Fat, fluffy lines. And I absolutely love seeing them like bubble up. And that's actually something we didn't talk about last time. I meant to show you where I like motion control tracked cloud movement. So I want to be able to track stuff like that because the way it like, you know, opens up on top of itself is beautiful. Beautiful. And I love seeing the people here on that roof run around. I don't know if you can make that out. Little rooftop. Anyways, more good clips than I thought in the GoPro this week. Pretty good stuff. What's in here? This is the one I'm trying to blend. Let's just try it one more time. Okay, so I'm going to tick off GoPro footage. Tick. How are we doing this? I guess we sort by kind. Then go halfway, we shift click, control command N to create a new folder with the selection. There we go. Let's just call that JPEG. Let's open TLDF. And then let's open this folder, select all the pics, and let's watch this app crash. That's great. Literally any previous time I tried this in the last week, it didn't work. So, these cool little elements of color in there, right? I think it's generating a preview now or something. I want to, so we don't need to deflicker, we don't need to do that. I want to blend them. And we want to blend how many? Let's say 7. Let's do a render, let's do a test. Do I want to output images? No, I just want to output video. We'll select the folder, we'll just go on the desktop. ProRes 422 size, that's a bit much in it. Just 4K is fine. All right, so to use GPU or not, I don't know. Do I even have a GPU? I guess I've got like a semi-GPU or something in this laptop. I don't know, probably not. Let's just go on the processor, and I might start lagging. Might turn into a lag dad. Rendering, 8-bit. I'm assuming 8-bit because it's JPEG. JPEGs are 8-bits, aren't they? This is going all right, 51%. Bada bing, bada boom. 53, all right, it's slowed down heaps. What have I missed in the chat? Ooh, I missed Ireland checking in. G'day, Raf. Mildura. Andrew Farley. Hey, Richie Anchor, how you going, mate? See, this is why I like streaming in the middle of the day, because I get to talk to my Australian family as well. But I think LA is still waking up or something. I don't know. I should have a little international clock on the wall. That's actually a cool idea. This wall's a bit bare. Be nice to have like all the time zones on a cool clock or something. I guess we can wait. We can wait to let that render. Ow! Sitting down is fucking painful. Jordan Stand-Up Dean, how are you? Yeah, no worries. So, surprise video for everyone that purchases anything from store.metjust.com, pretty much. I still have to do quite a few of those messages. I've been compiling them. I try to do them in batches, but then I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, very lovely. Getting the old nighttime evening sessions in Oz, midday in London. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Seeing some friends tomorrow. The weather's going to be nice. Taking out my new skateboard, my new penny board, which I didn't realize is Australian. It's a very cute little skateboard. Even though I bought the wrong size, I thought I bought a bigger one. 4:37 a.m. in LA. Yeah, I don't think many people in LA are watching my stuff right now. Wisconsin. Hello, Jimmy Dingo. It's a bit of a mix there. Wisconsin, Dingo. Dingo is Australian. Apparently a descendant of an Asian wolf of sorts, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just Google that. Let me fact check that real quick. Where did dingoes come from? The dingo is legendary as Australia's wild dog. Well, I've been told it's not an actual dog, though it also occurs in Southeast Asia. Oh, here we go. The Australian animals may be descendants of Asian dingoes that were introduced to the continent 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. If you don't know what a dingo is, I mean, it looks like a dog, doesn't it? They're pretty cool. They're also pretty scary at night when you're in the bush shooting stuff. Astro time-lapses, and you can hear them howling all around you, and you're just by yourself. Been there, done that. It's pretty cool. It's also pretty scary. That was, maybe we can review that video later because I don't have much other content to show today. That's fucking photoshopped, isn't it? My Northern Territory time lapses. Java Wolf, yeah. Yeah, small holes. The pennyboard wheels are quite, they're like this. I wish they were a little bit bigger. But I used to skate as a kid, as a teenager, and those days are long gone, but I still have that in me, that experience, the balance. Half the reason I bought it is so I can get to the pool and from the pool faster, and also it's great for core strength and stability, which is something I need to work on, hence the Pilates, etc. this morning. But yeah, it's also just really fun. Just in the park, there's a couple of parks here we can go and just go cruise. But yeah, I'm fully aware that I'll stack it hard one of these days and just like, I don't want to break something, but I'll probably badly bruise something. So is that going to be worth it? We'll find out. I'll let y'all know. That would be so shit though. So yeah, I'm going to be very, very careful. I wear a helmet and stuff. It looks super nerdy. I mean, not really even. It's a bright orange helmet. It's a bit much, I have to say. But I am being safe with it. All right, that's my coffee done. Ooh, that was you know when the coffee settles at the bottom? That was a lot. Pilates lapse. I missed it. I wanted to time lapse myself doing Pilates because my friend Jilly, she's a yoga instructor. She time lapses her workouts, which is pretty funny. All right, render time 4 minutes 37 seconds. Let's have a look. Let's see what this looks like. It might be cool. It might not be cool. Let me move that to the right. Oh, that doesn't work. Anyways. Hey, that's pretty cool. That looks like long exposures now. Doesn't it? I think that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, if you zoom in, please don't crash. Oh, you can see how it's blending individual frames. Don't know if that worked. Skidlid, I love that name. But yeah, you can make this into a cool like boomerang style animation. I love the color hitting the buildings in a bit. Maybe we can try and make a boomerang or something. But yeah, so second frame, very clear how it just combines them. What do you think? Looks pretty alright, doesn't it? For an app that does quite a few things. think this one's nice. You can do this with StarStax as well, but it doesn't render the video. StarStax is a free app. What that one does is like it blends them, but it saves a photo file, like a new JPEG or TIFF file for each, or PNG for each blended frame, and then you still have to compile that into a video. Whereas this app does it all in one go. So that's cool. That's good to know that my app works again. I don't know why the other stuff didn't work. Hold on, let me try and find where I was. Whoops. Trying to, I think it was in here. Yeah, so I've been trying to blend these photos, but I dragged them in here. Oh, it's because they don't have the same width, height, and depth. How does that? Oh no, it's because I'm adding them on top of that? Surely not. I think I need to clear. That's not the images I put in. Clear. Let's start again. Drag and crash. See what is wrong with this sequence? Why doesn't this work? Yeah, the boomerang effect is via speed ramping, which I can show you in a second how we can do that. You can do it in Premiere. Here we go, crash report. I really want to blend these because this was a banging sunset. I like, oof, look at that color. A couple of artifacts there from a heavy use of my filter, but still works. We're trying in After Effects. They're only small files. We can do that. And then we can maybe try and make a boomerang. Wait, is this the... Ow! Is this the right After Effects version, or is this the beta one? No, that's the right one. That's cool. I guess double click here and let me turn on my keycaster so you can follow along if you want. Yo, time-lapse traveler in the Hazy. How are you? Happy Friday. We just reviewed some GoPro footage and now we're gonna try and frame blend this sequence, which is a sped up importé. Why is this in French? Importé JPEG sequence. I don't even know if sequence is a French word, but importé. Why is that? Anywho's, crank that, and then I think we go echo effect. Slap that on there. Echo time. Let's see. Does that have an effect? Ooh, that's fucking ugly. Sorry. There we go. Is that better? Or is it another one that I need to do? Blend. Nope, that's not the one. Minimum? Minimum might be it. Or maximum. Let's just try. Went to Brighton Tuesday to try time-lapse. Oh, this looks trippy. Whoa, I like this. This is like a glitch effect almost. Well, yo, what is happening here? Something up with those colors. Foggiest weather I've seen in a long time. Yeah, it was... Hey, Tom Last has the Time Warper shirt on. Hell yeah. How good's the quality? I'm so impressed and surprised, even after a few washes, at how good the material is. And like, you know, as I've talked about on stream before, the a lot of YouTuber merch is trash. So here we get some interesting colors because of the combination of the previous frame, which is a blue frame, combining with that orange frame, turning into like a pink purpley stuff. Pretty trippy. Pretty cool. I now want to try something else because I've seen, who is it on Instagram? Spook with zeros or something. He's got a pixel glitch effect, but I don't have that. Pixel sort effect, pixel motion blur. Let's create a new comp and add that to it and see what happens. I've never used this effect, so could be whoa, whoa. What? Okay. Bit much. It's been washed once and it's still black. That's a good start indeed. I hadn't even thought of the color. Mine's definitely lost a bit of its blackness, but like it's to be expected. So how has this gotten even trippier? It looks like it combines more frames. Let's turn off that first effect. Yeah, and let me Let me put that here so you can follow my keystrokes. First effect is removed. So this is the pixel motion blur effect. So interesting how this seems to achieve a similar effect to the frame blend, but not really. Like, this is super trippy. I wonder if we pop the echo on there, if it's going to add even more to it. Very strange. I'm also very much loving my Rode arm. It's much better than my old microphone arm. Anyways, once this is rendered, let's try and make a boomerang. It's a shame that, I mean, this is a sped up sequence, like the original one had a 5-second interval, but this is probably like the equivalent of a 20 or a 30-second interval, so it really shoots past. But I did that as a preview for a preview render. Anyways, to make a boomerang in After Effects, which is very straightforward, you right-click the sequence, you go to, well, there is time. Yeah, enable time remapping. This creates a keyframe here and here, beginning and end. The first keyframe, like if I drag the last keyframe forward, it will take all those frames and squeeze them in between those two keyframes. So what you can do is drag that to, where am I? 1 second. Where's the 1 second marker? Here it is. Drag that to that, and now it will linearly compress all those frames into 1 second. Anything behind, anything after that second keyframe doesn't do anything. Now, in my tutorial that I made a couple of years ago, I thought you had to like cut and paste and reverse. What you can just do, I think Martin Heck told me this, is if you alt click or like duplicate this keyframe, you can just drag, oh, you actually can't. You just copy that, I guess, then onto the second. And so now we have first keyframe, which is where the sequence starts. The second keyframe is where it ended. And then we're going back to that first keyframe. And then we can do that again. You can keep copying this. So I copy and paste that. I just go to the 3-second marker. And there we have that. And let's click N here to end the sequence there. This is now a linear boomerang, which is ugly because there's no ramping of speed. It's linear, right? So it's just like, what you want is sound effects with Matty Joes. Why is there a black frame there? That's not right. That's not right, is it? Anyways, we can cut those out later. What you can do then to make it linear is select the keyframes, right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. That changes the shape of the keyframes. And if you go on the graph editor here, which is just behind my head, it looks like a little graph. Actually, I can drag this out. Hold on. Wait, can I? I can't. Anyways, doesn't matter. Click that, then you get that. So I just hit Command Z. This is what the keyframes look like originally. And then Shift Command Z to redo. Now that's what it looks like. So that's the Bezier curve, the speed ramping effect. You can achieve something similar in Premiere Pro, which is what I did for my Earth Day reel that I did with Adobe. Thanks for the love on that, by the way. Very much appreciated. And now you see it's got like an organic fluid speed change to it. However, what I don't like is those black frames in between, in the middle. And also it's just moving too fast. Like I moved this sequence, it's in itself is a bit too quick. Anywhoosies, that's that. Hey, g'day, Peter Jobson. Peter Jobson in the house. This footage was shot on, good question, I think the Lumix S5. This bad boy here. With the 16-35mm lens. Very lovely little setup. Very efficient for time-lapse. I'm actually doing a Q&A with Lumix soon, so if you want to help me with that, Lumix UK has posted on their story, or maybe on their feed as well on Instagram. I'll do a Q&A video with them soon in the next couple of weeks, which will be fun. Whoa, my chat's gone small. Alright, so that's that kind of footage. Done the time blend. Oh yeah, we've shown time blend in 2 apps, right? So in TLDF and in After Effects now, which is good. Done the JPEGs. Oh yeah, I wanted to check that Halo footage. Let's just drop that in here, call it old. Why is my screen changed over there? So strange. Let's try and extract that halo from that footage I showed you earlier, just by like a little bit of color grading. We can talk about color grading. Was it this one? Yeah. Color theory. So it's not the best kind of clip to color grade because it just doesn't have much information. It's a compressed video file. If these were raw files, that would be much easier. So the way I'm going to do this, it's going to go to where I want to go. Now what we want to do here in principle is like make the sky more contrasty, so there's a bigger difference between the bright parts and the dark parts. There's not a lot of dark parts in this sky. So I think there's a Lumetri color panel, which is very similar to Lightroom classic color grading, but just in a different interface. So I just want to do the sky. I don't want to do the bottom. So you can have a gradient mask for this effect, or you can just duplicate this layer by hitting Command D, and then only you grade the top image, and then you add a little mask that fades down to the bottom one that is not graded. That's how you could do that, for example. Anyways, I want to look, if we just crank the contrast straight away, the highlights are a bit much, but that ring actually becomes more visible. I bet you also lose too much there. So ideally, we go into the curves. Now curves give you control over, on the right side, the highlights, on the left side, the shadows. And this is a combined curve of all the colors. If I now if I drag this right bit of this curve up, then the bright parts are going to go even brighter. If I drag it down, the bright parts will go darker. Losing my train of thought. I'm putting these keyframes here because if I don't do that, they're actually not keyframes, they're control points. If I drag this here, then the whole bottom bit of that curve goes down as well. But if I add a control point in the middle before I do that, and then I drag down, then that spot in the middle kind of stays the same. Now you want to do that here as well. This is like a kind of a three-point curve. Now to add contrast to a scene, David Yateman for the Beer Fund. Claps in the chat, mate. Thank you so much. Also, I think my very first Canadian dollar donation. So freaking fantastic. You get some beer mugs for sure. And actually, might go get a beer because I'm getting a bit thirsty. And you got to stay hydrated with water and beer. Thank you, David. Much appreciated. Now, we have this curve. To add contrast to it, as opposed to sliding the contrast slider, you can just manipulate this curve in an S sort of way. So you up the highlights, so there's more brightness there, and then you drop the shadows. And as you see, that adds contrast. Looks very similar to what we did just then. But it's probably not really useful here. How I would do this, and I'm literally just making stuff up right now, like going live. If we look at the blues, which are kind of behind these whites here in the sky, maybe if we drag down just the blue curve. Oh no, actually, you're manipulating the amount of that color in that. So that doesn't work. See, this is the fun of doing it live. I'm taking away the color blue from the image by doing that across the field. So what's the opposite of blue is what's going to become more visible. So instead of doing that in this curve, we want a hue versus luma curve, which is a different kind of interface. Here we have the color spectrum. A beer fund, yeah. Is it advertiser friendly? I don't care because I'm not making money from this, besides from you guys. So much appreciate all the support. What we could do here is we select a few points, control points. Whoops. And once again, just now this third point in the middle here, if I drag down, in theory, the blue parts in this image should become darker. Let's try it out. That just makes it look like ass. What is going on there? Let's widen our selection of blues and then try that again. There we go. That's what I meant. I don't know why it looks... Actually, I do know because my preview, it looks super blocky. My preview is a compressed preview. It's not full resolution. This is full resolution and it still looks like crap because we're working with compressed video. But yeah, this is an easy way to manipulate your sky, for example. Now, I'm also affecting the bottom part of the image. If I don't want that, I like how this has turned into an impromptu color theory, color grading session in After Effects. I've duplicated the top layer So there's now two layers. Actually, it's behind my head. Hold on, let me turn my head off. Where is my head? There we go. Remind me to turn my head back on a bit. Actually, I don't even know if that's gonna show up on YouTube because of cropping. You can see those two layers here. If I now just make a mask, like so, boop, 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 boom, I will have, yeah, only that bit of the top image has that grade on it. So now the bottom bit, we can go and turn off the lumetri effect. So that's gone. Now that's going to be a harsh border, obviously. So you want to add a feathering effect to that mask. And you do that by going to that mask and then mask feather. You just drag that, let's say 150 pixels. I'm not sure how I can visualize the mask for you. Maybe with one of these buttons. These masks? No, it doesn't matter. What you will notice now, if I disable that first one, is that it's no longer a line. It is now a feathered line. So if I drag that out, you'll see everything kind of gradually change as opposed to having that hard line. I need to stand up because my back hurts so much. I'm not on painkillers because I don't like being on painkillers. It also kind of like makes you unaware of what state you're in. Desk goes up and also head comes back. Ah, fucking ow. So, that's that. So that's how we can make that halo pop a little bit more. Let me just Command Z all of this stuff. It's a bit much. Again, if this was like a high resolution, high quality ProRes file, it would be much easier to color grade that as well, because you have more information to work with. It's like a JPEG or a RAW file, pretty much. So, that halo, pretty cool. And then you can save that effect and use it for other stuff. But yeah, that's just that. I don't know how I came up with that little demo. Okay. Done that. Tick that off. I have a couple things, like we can do more of the, first of all, I need to go get a beer. It's almost 1 on a Friday. It's the weekend. I'll go grab a beer. But also, please, we're opening it up for non-members as well on this stream. Please drop some videos that you'd like me to review on stream right now. You don't have to be a member to get your video reviewed, but we'll do a little session of anybody that has a video that they want to review. If you've seen another video of someone else that you would like me to live comment on, we can do that. And otherwise, I've got some of my old videos that we can watch. But first, let me go grab a drink. BRB. Alright. Sean Wright in the house. An ad started playing. Yeah, it's an ad. For me. For the Time Warp community. Got myself a beer. From Leuven, where I used to live. It's the only beer I have. I thought I had other beers as well. Yes, more footage from Dubai. Did we talk about my Dubai video last time? We can do a deep dive on that. An analysis. Do I still have the original export? Oh, doorbell. My Dubai by Matt Joes. That is only 22 megabytes, so that's not going to be a high-res one, is it? I feel like we have talked about this in a previous stream, otherwise I wouldn't have this low-res file. But yeah, do I have more footage? No, I actually honestly can't recall. If we have reviewed this, it would have been a while ago. We can talk more about it. But let's crack this one. Trigger warning for the people that don't like hearing cans getting opened in an ASMR style. Hold on. Cheers to David Yateman for the beer fund. Get that going. Stella's Solstice Lager. Never heard of that. Thank you, Sean. I am looking fresh. I don't know if I've showed you my hair. Or lack thereof, rather. When I saw my barber for the first time, I mean, obviously, he was seeing a lot of people that had crazy hairs. I'd never had hair that long. Let's talk about my hair for half an hour. Kidding. All right, first of all, let's close After Effects because it's taken up resources. Resources? I don't know how to pronounce that word. There's a lot of words that I don't know how to pronounce. And here's a little teaser preview of for the next stream. I'm working on something special. How many people are watching? Not too many, I think. Maybe I can tease or show you what I was working on earlier. Oh, damn, we have more viewers than I thought. That's bad. Nah, kidding. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. I might show some previews for the members soon. It's a fun little new opening bit. Cut my finger yesterday. Very painful. Anyways, what was I doing? I was closing this. I don't want to save it because it's irrelevant. And we can talk a little bit about Dubai, but I also have my old Vanuatu video that I want to talk about because it's got volcano footage. And volcanoes are all the hype these days, aren't they? My old classmate, Frank Nieuwenhuis, made a video that made it onto the Adorama website or F-Stoppers or something from the Icelandic volcano, the new one, which looks very cool. But yeah, let's talk about Dubai now because it was requested. Is that showing properly? Audio probably doesn't come through. This was great. We got early access to this sunrise viewing deck in the Burj Khalifa, tallest structure in the world at the time. 550 meters high, this observation deck. And I think the tower itself is 800 and something, which is mind-blowing. Anyways, on this one day that we were there for the sunrise, we had one of the few days of the year where we had fog rolling into the city, and I was on the verge of tears. It was so special to me to see this scene. Like, it's compressed like crazy. It's 5K resolution originally. It's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Sunrise shot, you might say, but it's not. It's actually a sunset shot that I reversed. And mirrored as well, because otherwise the sun would be going in the wrong direction. So when you're editing your stuff, make sure it's all correct. And then we did a little cheeky crossfade into clouds, which fucking tripped people out when I did that. People are like, wow! And I'm like, it's a crossfade. It's the most basic transition in the world. But it works. This thing caught on fire not too long after we were there. I forget the name, but we had a dinner here and I was shooting a day to night from this little terrace bit right here. We were sitting on this table and I had like 2 time-lapse cameras set up, shooting the Burj Khalifa and the stuff. And then literally a month after we were there, this whole side went up in flames. It was crazy. But the reason I loved shooting this, obviously, is because it's slicing through the clouds. So this shot is the same shot, but just looking down a bit later in the day, I think. But yeah, look at this building cutting up the clouds like that, or the fog. Very cool, very nice. More tight shots. I'm assuming there's tons of new buildings here now. And this is, I think, also a reverse. The low clouds are not a usual thing in Dubai at all. I had a friend there last week or a few weeks ago. It's like, oh my god, we have the fog in Dubai. Lifelong dream. A mate of mine who used to live there said they get it like 10 days a year. This was shot handheld on a boat in JPEGs. Had a lot of trouble stabilizing this. This was before I was really good at stabilizing hyperlapses. Burj Al Arab, if I'm not mistaken, this one. Trippy furniture structure. Handheld hyperlapse, just shot it daytime, nighttime, and then try to match the focus point. And the positioning, a couple of sunsets. Great little spot, this one. Some 7-star resort that we visited. This is what I was just talking about, where we were having dinner and I had my camera set up. So the observation deck, I actually don't know where it is. It might be here. I think this might be the observation deck. Pretty sure. I'm actually not sure at all. But yeah, crazy building. Crazy difficult to shoot because it is so tall. Like, You need really wide lens. I think this was on either 17 or 11 mil. Probably 17, I want to say, or like 16. But yeah, very tricky to frame, obviously, because it's freakishly tall. And it's really like a testament to you know, man's arrogance to build something like that. We don't need it. Definitely a big show off. I think the age of super tall skyscrapers is over, by the way. I don't know about you guys. I mean, just look at that. That's crazy. What a lineup. If you enjoy construction and architecture, the B1M on YouTube is an amazing channel based in London, and they talk about skyscrapers and construction and this and that. Love this sequence, bit of fog coming in, and it looked like it was on fire with all the lights. Tricky building to shoot, because you're like, oh, my shot's level, but then no, it's not, it's leaning over, but the actual building looks like it's leaning over, so like, how do you level that? I try to just use the built-in camera's leveling, but then in post, you're like, is this correct or not? I don't know. This is, I think, the bridge where a lot of like music videos and films are shot with supercars and stuff. Yeah, I think there's many more buildings in Dubai now. Thanks for watching at Matt Joes. Come say hi on, what is that app? What logo is that? I don't even recognize that anymore. This was the golden era where you could grow still on Instagram. Although I have grown from that one. Did I talk about this last time? From that one reel that kept going, keep getting pushed. I have one reel of all my reels that is, you know, a video of my desk, which I checked this morning. It has 576,000 views. And for what? Someone just bought Sean, but not in the chat. I think this is a different Sean. Someone just bought my Passive Income for Creatives book. Fantastic little book, if I may say so myself. Just a cheeky little plug. You know what it's about. I want to do a live reading of the intro chapter, because it's pretty funny. I mean, it's not funny, it's entertaining. Search then. Maybe you can search the word that I typed in here. Mate. Hello. What? Why? Honestly. Steve Jobs rolling around. Vanuatu gear video. That's all the kit I took. No wonder my back's fucked. Who needs that much gear? I do, actually. I used every single bit of it. Oh, that doesn't work. Anyways, yeah, that was a lot. Let's go and find it online, I guess. I made a few Vanuatu videos, but why does the Philippines show up? 7 Days in Vanuatu, a time-lapse film on Vimeo from 2016. As if I'm going to play that on Vimeo. Fucking hate Vimeo. Whoops. There we go. A time-lapse film. What are the views at on this one? 22k. It's pretty alright. Full screen that. B. Can I read it like Stephen Fry? I don't have that voice. I do think I have a reading voice. What are we at? 4K? Not sure if this audio is going to come through, obviously, but let's try. Great sunrise. Bit of humidity in the air makes it. See what I did there? Crossfade. Makes those rays pop. Oh, beautiful sky. Ideal conditions. Just really don't like those little things in the frame bobbing around. Bit of rain coming through, bit of compression as well, bit of friends getting in my shot on a freaking stand-up paddleboard, even though I told them to stay clear to the left because they're gonna ruin my time lapse. But all is forgiven. It's part of the scene. But yeah, when I was like, you fucking up my shot. That was fun. They got some great images now. That was a good little shoot. Nice rays, nice clouds. It's nice to watch this because I haven't seen this in years. I haven't watched this video in years. Can't even remember where this was. Is that the same? Yeah. No, that's the same. Champagne Beach, that was called. Sand so white. Volcano time. It's a big freaking beer can. I don't know why they make it so big here. It's how big is it? 5? No, actually can't see a thing with this light and these glasses. I can't know. It's a lot. But I guess I can't there we go, 568 milliliters, yeah. Don't need too many of those. Anyways, this is the Volcano. This is on the island of Tanna, T-A-N-N-A. And this is Mount Yasur, Y-A-S-U-R. And it's one of the most thrilling experiences I've ever had. Not only to climb it, but also to drive there and to get there. Because you drive on this road behind my head. And then go through all this landscape. And then you drive through this field here, which looks like Mars. Because it's covered in ash and soot and stuff. And there's like... Whenever it rains, it creates these gullies, and it looks insane. I wish I had more video footage to show you, but yeah, like all this landscape here. And then I think eventually you drive past here, then get on the road, and then go all the way around, and then you drive up, and then you climb it from the backside. But yeah, this is what a volcano looks like, and it's the world's longest, most continuously, look at this landscape, continuously erupting volcano. I need to re-edit this because I just need to let these shots last for longer, even though I remember I don't have a lot of time-lapse footage of this volcano because we were on a tourism influencer trip and it's like photo, photo, boom, boom, next spot, photo, photo. Imagine doing a time-lapse in that environment. Not easy. Great, great clouds. Looks like a choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Look at that. That's Rob Mullally in that shot somewhere. Nice rays. So this is when I was making time-lapse videos that, or I guess travel videos, what a sunset, that were only time-lapse. So I sold that as one of my... What a great sequence, honestly, this one. Let's go back. This here, look at the color in the high cloud and the low cloud. It's a great example of low cloud and high cloud. And wow, look at that. Behind it. This was shot on the Ramper Pro, I believe. Oof, Milky Way time. Bit dramatic, the music. But yeah, I made time-lapse videos as opposed to travel videos with real video footage as well. I just like, I can do time-lapse, but you have to get a lot of footage for your time-lapse video. This was stressful to shoot, but freaking cool. Fire dancers. Bit of frame blending going on there, I don't know if you can tell. To let the fire last longer on the image, like an echo effect that we saw earlier. This is a looped shot because I didn't have enough clips. Volcano at night. Oof. Live reaction. That's Rob Mullally standing here. You can hear him say, "Oh my god." And then I'm like, ah! So sick. Literally amazing. So this was, yeah, June 30th, 2016. On that trip, I fell in love with the country of Vanuatu, which I'll show you where that is. Maybe we could do a Google Earth time-lapse and see how those islands have changed. Why is this old sunset stream? There's a lot of views for a stream. What was that playing? Vanuatu is here. This is Australia. Fiji is here. No, here. This is New Caledonia, New Cal, and then we have Vanuatu here. Tonga here is where you go swimming with the whales, the Kingdom of Tonga, and Vanuatu, which was it French or was it New Cal? No, New Cal still is French. Vanuatu was a French colony. And so Tanna, gotta orient myself. Port Vila is the main island. Tanna's down here, I think. No, oh, it's been away for too long. Ambrim has a great volcano on it. Let's open up satellite view. Yeah, the Ambrim volcano is pretty sweet. That's a double crater if I've ever seen one. But yeah, I think Tanna is more in the... There's another one here. My friend flew over this when it was changing. He was going through something and they evacuated this whole island, which was cool. So that was our second trip. So I fell in love with this little island nation. Where's Tanna? I'm totally missing things. I thought it was south, but... Oh, there it is, yeah. Tanna Island. My friend and I, Jeff Reed, we went back because we wanted to shoot a doco about climate change, which I never finished, which is really sad. All those Astro time lapses you just shot, saw was shot from this little resort here, and then so we had to. This is the airstrip, and then we had to drive like all along this road, which wasn't finished, in the back of a truck on a chair that wasn't strapped in. It was so much fun. But yeah, you drive all around the island. Eventually get to Yasur, and look at this. Yeah, you can see how this landscape would look kind of trippy, with like all these structures and stuff. You drive through, then you climb. Eventually you go through like it's a bit of a trek. Like this is the volcano center where there's like traditional dancing and stuff. And then you drive through this road, and there's like gas and fumes coming out of the soil, the forest floor. It's so sick. And then I think you park the car here. There's a little center that's new that I haven't seen yet. And then as soon as you start walking up from here, you see all these like boulders and stuff, and that's just lava that's shot out and hit, and they're literally massive, massive rocks. And there's an old, there's a mailbox on that volcano, which is like, you know, a touristy thing. It's like a volcano mailbox, and it's actually been hit by lava before, so it's like it's completely smashed. But yeah, and then you walk up this ledge. This is a little bench. You can kind of look at the side of the crater from there. But then you get up on this ledge, this ridge, and then you walk this thing. And then I think we went all the way up to maybe here. And literally, you're standing on a ridge of an active volcano. So like it's sand, and it's all, you know, ash, and like your mouth is full of glass because the ash from the volcano is glass pretty much. So if your lens gets some dust on it, do not wipe it off, because you literally, it's like literally rubbing a bunch of crushed glass onto your lens, which Rob did with one of his lenses on that trip, and it made it a frosted lens in one clean wipe. He ruined his whole setup. But yeah, you walk up here and you're literally like, oh my god, if I fall to the left, I roll down a hectic mountain. If I fall to the right, I roll down into an active lava pit. Very intense, very crazy experience. When the volcano erupts, which is continuously, it is an enormously loud bang, nothing like in the movies. It is ear-shattering almost, and you can see the explosion before you hear it. You can see sort of like a bubble expanding. It's the pressure wave of the explosion go through all the smog and the smoke and all the horrendous fumes that we were breathing in with no protection. But you see it expand. It's this shockwave, and when the shockwave hits you, it's literally like it pushes you. It's like, and then it's this huge bang, and heat gets blown at you, and it is fucking thrilling. It is the coolest thing, one of the coolest things I've ever done. I could talk about it for hours. But so the first time I went, I was so overwhelmed with this whole experience that I just forgot to shoot much. So I ended up with like a couple of photos and some video, and like I was so in awe. It was literally awesome, like proper usage of the word, to stand there and to witness the violence and the force of Mother Nature so up close. And so second trip, I went back 2 years later, redid that volcano hike, and knew that I had to plan properly, because I knew I would be very disappointed in myself if I didn't walk away with more footage. So I prepped, and I had like a shot list and a schedule of like timing, like 15 minutes to shoot that, 15 that, because you don't get a lot of time. You spend like maybe an hour and a bit on there when the sun's setting. And the second time round, I got more footage, much more footage. But my friend Jeff Reed, who climbed it for the first time then with me, even though I warned him, I was like, have your shots in your head. Be prepared to be overwhelmed to the point that you don't know what you're doing and that you just forget to shoot. Yeah, like a grenade, but like a dense one. A very big, dense grenade. Also, when it explodes, you see the lava fly up and you're like, wow, that could hit me. There's levels of activity. When it gets too high, I think level 4, they don't climb it, but I've seen lava shoot up higher than me, which was intense. Anyway, so the second time I went, I shot more, and then I managed to make a whole video of the volcano with just time-lapse footage and some other footage as well, I think. So we can look at that now. Oh, November 2017, so not too long after. So amazing to be there. It's just so cool. So this is the ridgeline that you walk, and then you enter where you stand on this bit of the volcano there. And just look at the dust or the ash getting blown off the side here. This is kind of a speed rammed video clip. I think I rolled this as 4K video. With this shot, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the bottom plants move much more jittery than the top clouds. I don't like the erratic movement of water and plants and trees in time-lapse, so I tried to slow them down and mask out the top bit. So there's a gradient that reveals the smooth motion of the sky. That's Jeff. And that's us on the volcano already at sunset. We were rushing. And I think I shot all of this on with like a built-in color grade on my camera, which in hindsight is obviously not the best thing to do, but I liked the way it looked at the time and I thought it was great. I just love this shot. Took my drone with me twice, but both times too windy, very intense, very hectic. So this is where you eventually end up. I don't know if you can make out those people. That's that. So you can see, like, you trip and you're gone, you know? You trip and you go. Not a great place to trip. Into the lava pit or off the volcano. But yeah, just great clouds. And then again, you know, this is literally the other side of the world, but it works the same way. These lower clouds, which are actually smoke clouds, and these clouds, which you call medium clouds, they're already getting the color from the sunset. These high altitude clouds here, they're not getting the color yet. They colored up later. But by that time, I was at the spot where these people were to shoot time lapses of the volcano. This is where we stayed with our friend JP. You can see the faint glow of the volcano behind the tree line. So this is us sitting on a little fire. And this is just like on the edge of the island. There's nothing around you. So amazing. Crazy amount of stars. That's just the Milky Way here sitting behind. But you see this orange glow here behind the trees. That's the smoke coming out of the volcano that's getting lit up by the lava at night. Which it doesn't show up at all with the naked eye. But I was very pleasantly surprised when I found this in my capture. And I mean, I can talk about this for hours. So this is a long time-lapse shot, right? But do you see this little blinking thing? Not sure if it shows up with the compression, but there's a... did I hit the wrong button? Yeah. There's a little satellite or something that is moving slowly. I'm trailing it with my mouse now. And it's kind of blinking, but it moves too slow to be whatever. I don't know. And this was my bucket list shot. I waited 2 and a bit years on this shot to have a at night, clouds, stars, and the volcano, show them the light. A very emotional moment, I'm not kidding, when I was shooting that and I realized that we'd be able to shoot it. Every now and then you see a bit of lava shoot up here above the crater, and this was shot on a different day, and this is what it looks like on the side. Just fantastic. You see these vents here that lava rolls in. They're massive, massive chunks of molten rock that are shooting up, and like, just listen to this. You'll see, I think, the shockwave that I was describing earlier. These rocks are massive. They're massive chunks of lava. That is so violent. You can see the camera get hit by the shockwave as well, which is why it trembled. Just fantastic. I'm gonna rewind that because it was so great. Shot in 4K on the 1DX that I'm filming with right now. Hey Len, how are ya? So intense. Absolutely overwhelming. Very cool. This was on private tribal land that we had to get permission for from like the chief of one of the other tribes. We were pretty well hooked up with our friend JP, who is a biologist and runs a lot of stuff on the island, and he helped us out. And yeah, clear skies. Check out patreon.com/MattJoes. Haven't done wallpapers in a while. And my how to time-lapse instruction sheet, which is the predecessor to, obviously, the ultimate time-lapse guide. Great example of the issues with shooting on the Canon 24 f1.4 lens here on the side, this coma, these little bird-like stars. And also a great example of what you get when there's no light pollution around for thousands of kilometers. So many stars, like it's almost hard to make out the actual stars in between all this. Very cool. Bit of air glow as well, had a bit of a green tinge then. You can watch a vlog. I think I still have these vlogs. They're the only series of vlogs that are still live, because there's a lot of... You can hear me shouting. There's a lot of just climate stuff in there. That was the whole point, to spread that message and awareness for this little Pacific Island nation. Oh my god. 32k. So yeah, that's the vlog that I made then of climbing it. There's more video footage in it. It's me, my favorite bucket hat from another tourism trip with camels on it. Big boy beard. We were very far in the wilderness then. That was fun. Anyways, yeah, that's one of the many videos I wanted to show. Catching up on the chat. Really enjoying going through these old videos. It's the best way to do it on the live as well. What else? Any other old videos of mine that you want me to talk through? Got quite a few. Let's do the Philippines one, because the Philippines video is when I started incorporating more video in my edits. And this was more, I don't like the track anymore, obviously, but the this was what I wanted, you know, slow motion footage, drone footage, time-lapse, real-time video, POV, snorkeling. This was shot, I think, on a Phantom 3 or 4. Super jelly footage, fake sun grade, horrible grading this one. I mean, I'm also looking at it with a bad, but yeah, definitely needs a bit of contrast. Pretty fun track to edit to, pretty crazy freaking clouds. Sadly though, all shot at in full HD on the 1DX, and it's just a bit soft, all that footage. But like just this scene itself, I think I still have this as a still high-res photo. But on that trip, I was constantly switching between photo mode, video mode, slow motion, 4K, 25, 50. I had all these presets built in, and I could literally, like the experience I have shooting on that 1DX, it's like the extension of my eyes and my brain and my hand. Like I didn't have to think about switching. I was just shooting on it so much in such time dense or like, you know, rushed conditions that I just got so freaking good at shooting with this camera. And I've lost that a bit now because obviously I haven't shot like that in ages. But just look at these moisty boys. Beautiful, beautiful country. That's Rob Mullally. That's me. A lot of wreck ship diving to be done there. There's also, oh no, sorry, this is Vanuatu, I'm confusing places. There's a spot where they just dumped old war tanks, trucks, boats off of, is it Vanuatu or the Philippines? Am I getting confused? I think Vanuatu is where we dove? I don't remember. Sacred Lake, this one, very special. When zoom transitions were popping, I tried to not use them too much. Great clouds, sunset, great sunrise. I was like one of the only people out shooting it. Couldn't believe it. Look at it, stunning. Bit of macro. Bloop. Fuck, haven't done that shot in a while. That was my my signature shot. The 5 fingers would usually cut it. Great clouds here as well. I think some iridescence in these clouds. Would cut it to the beat so the sun would come out every time I wove, or like the sun comes out on the beat. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was fun. Oh, should we watch this live time warp stream?
You know what the worst part about getting older is? You have less and less
No, I don't want to watch this. I clicked my own stream. Okay. I want to review some of your stuff now. Tom, I know you've got something. Just pop it in the chat. If anyone, I mean, it doesn't even have to be your video. I'm happy to talk about anything. But yeah, drop drop something in the chat that you would like me to look at. We had quite a few good ones last time, but I'd love to get some more. If it's something you're working on, if it's something you want to, if you have a question about an issue you had, whatever, I'm happy to help out. Let me check my list. What else I got? Also, a question: have I shown the Himalaya footage? Himalaya. Done that. I've really blown through all my things. Done the blend. Yeah, run out of things to talk about. So yeah, anyone that has anything to share, please drop it in the chat and we can have a look-see. And otherwise, I can show some more of my old videos. They all feel old. They feel like a lifetime ago. Let's see my work playlist on my profile. I think has the majority of them. What do you mean sticking and blending? Sticking? Basic tutorial? How would you time-lapse something cooking in an oven? Say a chicken roast. I believe Berlin Lapse, who's in the chat, did a video about that not too long ago. Pretty much you gotta remove reflections and don't burn your stuff. Did I make that up? Was it someone else that did the, oh no, here we go. No, I'm not showing the screen, that's great. Making photos to videos. Yeah, it's you can use so many apps. I have a ton of tutorials on my channel that you can check out, like how to make photos into videos. But it's called rendering, when you take the process of like exporting your final video file, I guess. But yeah, you can use Photoshop to render a bunch of JPEGs into a video file. It's all explained in my ebook, but you can find other resources as well. Anyways, the way you would shoot this is just block off any reflections, maybe shine a bit of light. I guess there is light in the oven. And make sure that your camera doesn't melt, that it doesn't get too hot. A lens skirt I wouldn't recommend because they have little plastic suction cups that you would mount on the oven and you probably would melt them or maybe damage them. So I think the way Felix has done it is with t-shirts or towels. You can just kind of drape them over your oven door handle and then maybe over your camera as well to completely block out reflections, which is pretty easy. And then you can make these really satisfying videos because look at that bread rising. That's good. Yeah, there we go. Roasting grapes. That's something. Felix has got some really good stuff. Berlin.lapse. Other stuff. Haven't made many videos lately, as you can see. Just the one slap on one. Which, by the way, I think Moza put some money behind it. I think they've promoted my video for me. Because I've got 1,500 views on this. But if we go to the analytics, and I haven't paid to boost this, it's got this really weird curve up. Lost a subscriber, damn it. And also discovery, YouTube advertising, 42%. 1,000 views from YouTube ads, and I didn't put an ad on that at all. So I assume it's Moza that pushed that somehow. I didn't even know that was possible. It's also maybe not great for my channel because then it looks like I'm pushing the video, which is not something I want to push. Anyways, Alt G. Oh yeah, a lot of tutorials in the how to time-lapse playlist. I'm not sure if links, yeah, maybe URLs get removed. Shit, sorry about that. Let me fix that. I'll make a little post on my YouTube channel in the community tab, and then you can drop links here. Oops. Everyone welcome, not limited to members. Boops. Yeah, time-lapse work. It's a lot in there. It's a bit of a mix, like it's not all work like the Lumix S5, it's just a compilation. It's not commissioned work, they're private, personal things. 1,500 views left on my show reel from 7 years ago. Crazy. What we got? What, is that all that's in there? That's not a lot, is it? That's weird. Let's look at Sydney. Vivid Sydney is the world's biggest light festival. And they light up a whole city and it's fucking fantastic. 5D3s, Tokina 1116, and a Kessler Crane second shooter. This is all projection mapping, obviously, on the Sydney Opera House. Very famous puddle, which is gone now, I think, in the local scene. A drone flying here illegally, unless they have permission. Not allowed to fly in the harbor because it's a flight path for both seaplanes and helicopters. Ah, playlists on the channel page only show a set amount of videos. Interesting. Thanks, Henry. Much appreciated. You always know everything. I love it. So busy though. It gets so busy on Vivid. Like, it pulls in millions of people. Many photographers, obviously. I need to do more motion control stuff. Like, this is such a nice sequence, revealing things. Oh my god, what is this? Sustenance. Thank you. I got food. How good is that? This girl showed up all of a sudden. Never seen her before. She looks cute. Did I not post the refresh my channel page, community tab, whatever, and you'll find the post where you can post links. Very Casey Neistat style vloggy music, you know, the little, what do you call it? Trip hop style tunes. How do we get room service? I've invested a lot of time in this relationship to get room service like that. A lot of time and money. Geelong, Australia. Oh, the Sunshine Coast. I want to play that one. This was a tourism trip as well for the Sunshine Coast. Only a few days, but managed to make a whole ass time-lapse film out of it. And some Astro. Australia's just got, you know, such nice skies. This is like on the edge of this little town on the beach, and that's the Milky Way you get. G'day, Jesse. How are you? Great clouds. Ooh, I think a lot of this stuff was shot on a Atomos Shogun connected to a Canon XC15 using the built-in Atomos screen grabbing time-lapse. So they, like, just look at that. Look at that. Fucking beautiful. Little rainbow, and this is actually called Rainbow Beach because of the colors in the sand. But yeah, we had a rainbow here at sunrise. And this is a huge sand dune called Carlos Sand Blow. This bit here, and I'm standing somewhere behind that ridge. Just stunning, stunning structures. That's us driving on... Is it Fraser Island? Might be, I don't even know. Bit of jello in those shots. I don't think you're allowed to fly any of these anymore because they're all national parks. You gotta follow the rules. This is a monoculture wood plantation, I think. Glasshouse Mountains. These are old volcanoes. This is the old lava or magma core of a volcano, and the volcano around it has eroded since then. How cool is that? What I love about this is just the difference in air pressure creates this cloud behind it when the wind goes over it. So that's why it looks like the clouds coming out of the thing. But yeah, bit of sunset, bit of moisture coming out of the mountain maybe here as well, out of the forest, I guess. So yeah, this is what I used to do a lot in Australia, is make time-lapse films for destinations. That's me on a horse. Forgot about that. And then I would make... Yeah, here's the setup. XC15 with the Shogun. Just shooting time-lapses in 4K, I think, because it had a 4K output. So I didn't have to edit the time lapses, you know, raws and stuff on my laptop. Then it was too much. But yeah, I then daily vlogged that as well, which was part of my package deal for them. Like, I'll make you a time lapse video and daily vlogs of like all the stuff. The amount of work that I put on myself, that I put on my plate, fucking stupid. Totally stupid. Let's refresh this, see if there's any links on that. Hey, Mattia in the house. All right, we've got some links going. I'm gonna... YouTube, honestly, sort yourself. 5 comments, yeah, I see 1. I'm just gonna use the loo real quick. Put you on the holding screen. Everybody drop their Instagram @ in the chat so we can all connect. You see who's around and we get to see some familiar names. BRB. I wonder how long I can let that run before I get like a text message from one of you like, hey, are you alive? Ooh, also, am I gonna eat while streaming? This is a first. World's first. Peach Hobson. Nice. Premiere the eating stream. I need to go get a freaking plate. BRB. God damn it, done it again. My red light's gone. It's standing on this janky fake Manfrotto thing that came with the teleprompter I bought. And anytime I leave the room too violently, I bring too much wind with me, it just falls on the ground, which is not great. Anywhoosies. Hello, India. How you going, Pradeep? Rico Oder on YouTube. No longer a red light district. Still is internally. Okay. Do you mind if I have a bite? Ooh. It's a mukbang now. ASMR eating stream. Anyways, we have Tess. Battling. That's a pretty Flemish name, I would say. Hi all. Would love to have some comments, feedback on my time-lapse of a puppy seal. Or if you prefer Astro, I've tried to make an Astro time-lapse, but as Matthew has mentioned already, Belgium, see, there you go, Belgium is not really a good place to do so. A time-lapse of a puppy seal, I wonder what that looks like. No way. Who would have thought you could time-lapse a puppy seal? Or a seal puppy? Oh, that's you, the I know his name. Love it. Well done. All right, a bit of Astro. Let's have a look at some Belgian Astro. We can compare it to Australian or Vanuatu. Hey, that's nice. That is nice. At Polaris, the North, or the Pole Star, whatever you want to call it. Very cool. What's Belgian shots like? Where is this? I did not know we had something like that in Belgium. It's my hometown. This is, I think, yeah, it's a Zaha Hadid designed building, built on top of an old fire station. Belgium's got some cool places. We have this. We have the Atomium, which was built for the 1958 World Expo, if I'm not mistaken. Belgian influencer. Let's click on that. That could be a live stream, just like clicking on hashtags and seeing, looking at cringe. 54,000 posts on Belgian influencer. So look at UK influencer. How many posts? That's not a lot. Crazy. Wait, have we watched this already? Or did you make a new one? Anyways, we'll watch it again if it's not new. It's lovely. Good morning, Scotty P. Good morning all the way to Canada. A sheep lapse is what we're looking at now. Not bad, not a bad little set of lockdown lapses. This kind of music like always has the same energy to it, and I used to use it a lot when I was making those like tourism travel time-lapse drone videos. It's very well suited. It's not as much fun as like a glitchy electro track to edit to though, when you have a lot of footage. But yeah, this is nice. I have to remind myself that everything looks more yellow because, as we saw in our little bit of color theory earlier, if you take away a certain color in a certain area, the opposite of that color becomes more apparent, obviously. So blue light blocking means everything looks more yellow because the blue is removed, and yellow is the opposite of that. Nice clouds there on the right. Very nice. Good clouds, good golden stuff. Shame they disappeared. Well done, Tom. Tom last. Very nice. Henry. Hey. I don't think I've seen this. Hold on. Focus pull, eh? Fucking strong start. Good opening shot. Hot dang. Okay, let's have a look at the buildings. What are we missing? There's a building missing here. Or isn't it? I don't know. I don't know when that one went up. This is a great spot. I've never been there. Don't even know where that is, but I know it's like a big London landmark. I mean, Henry, I can't critique this like last time. You know, your work is top quality, top class. Ooh, have they finished that almost? I feel like it's close to opening, no? See you, Richie. Great use of a pan and tilt mount. Hectic spot. Very nice. I'm gonna take these off. I love the Emirates line being a red. Mate, smashing it with the focus pulls. Wow. Wow. Very nice. Oh, what's that thing on the left? Is that still there? I don't think I've seen that. Tide coming in. Yeah, Henry. Well done. Oh, I know what that is. Are you on the... Is that with the Kessler FIZ system? The focus pulls, or...? Hey, Brendan. Good afternoon. Or sorry, Brendan's your last name, I think. Oh, that's a view. Is this where you guys shot the other night? Hasita, this is what I like to read. This inspires me to try more. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Inspiration. And yeah, I guess mainly inspiration. Like, inspiring people is so nice. It's on my board, like one of my 3 pillars for the year as far as content goes. There's educate, inspire, and entertain. And hopefully the streams tackle all 3. Well done, Henry. It is not the best of my work, but I keep learning more and more, and we'll post something new really soon. Let's go have a look. Curious Harsh. Ooh, ride my back in the mountains. Where are we? Where is this? Can we play some GeoGuessr? 8 hours. That's a drip. Love the dedication just for a time lapse. Most of us have probably done silly things for time lapses, right? I wish it was longer. I wish I could see more of the time lapse. Yeah, sick. Well done. Love the commitment. Commitment, is that a word? Dedication. Looks like a cool, fun bike as well. Tricky though when you have like a road in it in the bottom and the flare, like it, you know, lens flares up your shot. But I don't mind it. I do think there's a bit of a frame rate issue here, but it could be my computer as well. It just looks a bit jittery. So maybe render it, check your frame rates next time. But well done, thanks for sharing. Governor Bandicoot did this a few weeks back from my bedroom while quarantined. The camera shook towards the end. Shit happens. You know, like my wrap being almost done. Ooh, that's nice. Oh yeah, I see the little shake. You can stabilize that. Stabilize that easily. Very nice, very clean transition. I love the shadows going across the building here on this round bit as well. And then boom, what a glow up. Well done. Kane and Pia and Chopper. It's an eating stream now. Welcome. We have the whole planet tuning in. We've got... Do we have West Coast Australia as well? So good. Chopper in the house. Wait, is Perth in lockdown? Love it. Is there anyone that's posted anything else? Nine comments. Oh my god, I missed a few. Oh no. WA lockdown. Not good. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, we've got Canada, US, UK, Belgium, Holland, Scandinavia, I'm not sure which country, Australia, India. How good. Love it. So what I always hate about walking time lapses, you'll always get a little bit of that left to right shake. But it's cool, good class. I'm not sure what's going on with the compression here. Maybe it's because of the Facebook, Facebook story compression. Right? This is, I think, a mobile link, and I'm looking at it in a desktop browser. Like, this should look better. I'm sure it looks better actually when you posted it. Norway, yeah, I'm sure, but I didn't want to mistake a country, so I just went with a general region. Sydney in the house. I wonder who's most represented. Australia. A couple India people as well. Samara, hello. Yeah, great clouds. I wish I could see more. It's probably even worse compressed on there. Dylan Kennedy. North Sydney. Oh, I love this spot. Love this spot. Always love driving down it, seeing the bridge, that compressed view of the skyline. Gorgeous. Lovely. Very clean transition. The only thing I would have done, it's good. I mean, it's great. I would have started ramping the shutter speed faster. It looks a bit jittery, like in all these frames. Like, yeah, try and drag your shutter speed faster so you get more of a smooth. With traffic, it's nice when it's more motion blurry, right? But it's tricky if you don't have the, some filters and stuff. But lovely shot. Not much else to talk about. And Instagram. I'm almost through my wrap. What a city. I mean, this isn't showing. It's so small. But yeah, just the most beautiful city in the world. Great sky, great rays shooting through, getting blocked by distant clouds. This doesn't show too well on stream, I'm sure, so let's move on. But thanks for sharing. Venkatest, day to night for the first time. Let's have a look. Who downvotes this? Like, why would you do that? Time-lapse time, hell yeah. Let's go. Mate, that's great. Literally. I did not see a single flicker or anything, so clean. Well done, yeah. Good one, Venkatesh. Very well done. Thank you for sharing. Oh, I'm going to put this food away real quick. Oh, I feel like that's taken all my energy. I am now processing an enormous wrap. Alright, what else is new? Or was that all of the... Yeah, I think it was. Let's refresh just one more time. And I've missed a lot. Gotta bounce. Cakes by Chopper. Love you, mate. See you soon. Hopefully. Probably not, realistically, but... See you, Tom. Alright, Kane and Pia Muhlenbeck. Please do send me a time lapse. You guys have the freaking best view from your pad. I should get the cloud to spin. Yeah, I could. It's actually sitting on a... It's just so I can get it in the frame. I've put it on a double SERP setup. Focus. SERP Genie 1 on that with the ball head. And I literally just like make sure it's kind of straight in the frame like that. But yeah, that would be cute. A little rotating cloud. Love them. Anywho's this? Yeah, I kind of run out of stuff to talk about. TLDF worked well. That's good. Was that edited with TLDF? Okay, that's great. Fantastic. I'm so glad you're stoked with it. Oh yeah, the Himalaya footage. Did I ever talk about that? Maybe we can do that next time. I might call it early today. I just ran out of time to prep with all the stuff that's been going on this week. Yeah, I'll be better prepped next time. Oh no, I haven't seen Awaken yet. Okay, we can watch that trailer. We'll finish on the Awaken trailer. Is this the one from Dust? Yeah, Terrence Malick. Where's Tom Lowe's? Stop it! Stop. Oh, Liv Tyler narration comes a unique and timely film experience featuring immersive imagery, beautiful cultures, and an inspiring message. Oh yeah, Awaken by Tom Lowe and Dubai Film. Available in 4K HDR. Maybe I can buy that and watch it on my new HDR screen. Too much pennyboarding, yeah. Alright, let's start this from the top. So, okay, hold on. Context. Tom Lowe directed this and has been working on this for God knows how many years. Feels like a decade. He's one of the people that inspired me to become better at time-lapse years ago. Spoken to him only a couple times. He asked me once to do some research for a single shot as part of this doco. Why am I so dark? Did I change my lighting? It's not a documentary. I think it's more like a capture of stunning scenes across the planet, which is what he's known for. They've got given a bunch of money, I think, by a crown prince from the United Arab Emirates or Arab Emirates. I never know how to say it because it's different in Dutch and English. I always confuse the words. The UAE, and this is the result. I think this is a trailer, and it has been like in the making for years and years. But yeah, let's have a look at what this trailer looks like, which is freaking fantastic. I've seen it. I've seen a previous version, I think, of this trailer. That's a strange trailer. What? Hey. Ooh. Where's my audio? But you can tell these teams of shooters, they're just time-lapse nuts and aerial nuts and slow motion nuts. And that's what they've combined in one. What would I shoot with a boatload of money? Probably shit like this. Just love impressive visuals, you know? I guess that's a thing with a lot of people. do like the multicultural elements. That's, I mean, is this a HDR clip that I was so saturated? This is cool. I love that. This is the trailer for a film called Awaken. And I don't know what it's about. What I've heard from, I won't drop any names, from someone that used to be on the team is like, there's no actual story or narrative. It's just a bunch of pretty shots, which is fair enough. If that's what you're making, I'm down for it. But I am intrigued. You know, beautiful cultures and an inspiring message. And I assume the message is something like, let's protect our planet because we only have one. There's no planet B. Very truthful. Yeah, looks sick. Oh, here, older trailer. 3 years ago, Awaken trailer 4K. That's another one. Oh, I can buy it. Let's see how much it is. Rent it or buy it for 10. Why can't I get it in 4K HDR? You probably have to buy it from a site or something. Anyways, that's that. That's a nice little visual snack for your Friday afternoon. I might do some extra work now. Actually, I might film a video. I'm gonna shoot. My next video is gonna be about the GoPro Hero 9 and my favorite time-lapse settings. Thank you all so much for tuning in as per usual. I really, you know this by now, but I really freaking love hanging out with you all and talking time-lapse and looking at clouds, having a beer, having a snack. Today we had the premiere of me eating on stream. I hope it aroused you like nothing else. Happy freaking weekend, y'all. Happy Earth Day. I think that was yesterday. Let's all try and be more aware and conscious of our impact on the planet. You know, blah, 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 you know, green stuff. Let's be good. And have a fun weekend. And I hope you're well. And I'll see you all very soon. I'm so incredibly unprepped for this stream that I don't even know how to end it, as per usual. Anyways, everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Thank you so much for freaking everything. Love you lots. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.